Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington.
It's been 1 year since President Trump announced the federal surge in D.C., but tonight, are you actually feeling safer? Thank you for joining us. I'm Leslie Foster. The Trump administration says the Make America Safe and Beautiful initiative has led to a drop in crime, but critics say the numbers were already trending that way. Let's bring in Rafael Sanchez Cruz. Rafa, we know you've been talking with people in the community since the beginning of this surge. What are they saying a year later?
Look, reviews are mixed, Celeste. I can tell you today the White House is touting a drop in crime in major cities across the nation. They're calling it the Trump effect. One of those cities is Washington, D.C. But members of the group Free D.C. say the only positive thing that's come out of this federal surge is that it's gotten those who live in the district more organized.
D.C. is our home, and Trump can't have it.
It's been a year of fighting for the activist group Free D.C.
This is about power.
Doesn't shut down 16th Street near the White House this morning.
We have been standing together and organizing and fighting.
A year later, crime is down in the district. That's according to the Trump administration, to D.C. police, and even independent groups like the Council on Criminal Justice. But do those who live here feel safer?
Personally, I felt very unsafe, mainly due to the color of my skin.
Jasmine, a D.C. high schooler, says she feels harassed by those in uniform.
I feel probably the most unsettled that I've ever felt since they got here.
Brandon has lived in D.C. for 9 years and says his family thinks twice about visiting.
It kind of felt like this, overarching, kind of dark feeling that kind of descended over everything.
Terry Province has dedicated decades to social justice causes.
But now that it is so prevalent, the people in uniform in the city, just that mere presence scares me. Anybody with a gun scares me. Anybody with authority to try and take people off the street scares me. I do not feel more safe at all.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. One more time.
One of D.C.'s shadow senators, Ankit Jain, says the movement is working.
We won. We have not had a single anti-D.C. law actually pass Congress.
He says it's time to take an offensive approach against the members of Congress who are proposing legislation targeting D.C.
It's not a successful city.
By paying them a visit in their own state.
We're going to be out knocking on doors this election cycle for the midterms.
Yeah, Jane says it's important to remind those Republican lawmakers on Capitol Hill that they should be focusing on their districts instead of the district. In Northwest DC, I'm Rafael Sanchez Cruz. Back to you, Les.
Yeah, hard to believe it's been a year, and then it is easy to believe that it's been a year. It's been a year of contrast for sure. Rafa, thank you so much.